A guide, someone to usher through your guests through the house, is an important special role for your haunted house. Now, not all houses have guides. It kind of depends on the setting. I personally recommend them. There are a lot of fun things you can do with them. For example, guides can help set up the atmosphere of a room. Perhaps there's a quick backstory to a room, somebody who met an untimely demise there, which they can then communicate to the guests in a way that a room never will. They can also, of course, ham it up or be as serious as possible. Another big use for a guide is making sure that people keep a good pace going through the house. So you don't have Group A kind of creating a log jam behind which Groups B, C, D, and E can't go through the house yet. You don't have groups overlapping if you have guides to kind of moderate the pace at which people are going through your house. This will also make sure that people do not become lost. Labyrinths, or mazes, are very popular in haunted houses. I recommend having them. They can be a lot of fun. But if you don't have a guide, people can sometimes get lost, and the labyrinths can become too effective. People will become lost in them in a surprisingly small amount of space if you're not careful. An alternative to not having a guide is you can always take white tape and put arrows on the floor to give people hints on where to go, and after a while they'll actually follow them. That's one thing you can do. In addition to having a guide, you can also have a plant in your group of people. A plant is basically somebody who will be dressed in plain clothes. This actor will not be dressed up at all. They'll look normal, because then at one point in the haunted house, they will become attacked, probably physically so. They'll be the only example of you ever violating the do not touch rule because they're an actor in the haunted house. But people do not know that. What's more, plants and guides can both help out just to make sure that nothing untoward happens in your house, that nobody's messing around, taking decorations or anything you just don't want to be going on. It gives you some more eyes and ears in your haunted house.